Apple has announced that Apple Pay will be coming to Europe, and we wanted to find out a bit more about how it all will be working, particularly on a brand new device, the Apple Watch. So I'm here with Chief Strategy Officer from payments company iZettle, Jens Munch, to find out a little bit more about how it will all work. So Jens, you're going to show me exactly how to make Apple Pay work on the Apple Watch. So if you wouldn't mind going ahead with a bit of a demo, just what do I do for starters? I've got the Apple Watch on my wrist.
Yeah.
Now what do I do? I want to make a payment for a coffee or something. What
Yeah.
do I do next?
So it's really as simple as using a contactless card. The watch knows that it's on your wrist. So whenever you take it off, you would need to do a new PIN code. But as you have it on now, and it's been on for the whole morning for you, you would just take your other hand and just do a double tap, and you'll see that card has just come up. And what we do as iZettle, we are on the merchant side. So this is the mobile payment side, and this is the receiving side. So what I would do is I'll just put a smoothie, and I'll tap charge. Now this will be armed and ready for you to tap. So
this is going to be the merchant's payment terminal.
Exactly.
So I'm going up to the till perhaps, and this is there ready for me. So
exactly.
now
So you simply tap that against. You hear that lovely sound, and that's been approved.
Sound, yes, okay.
And that's your payment done.
Okay.
So it's really as simple as that.
So can we talk a little bit about why Apple Pay may take mobile payments mainstream? Because we've got contactless credit cards and debit cards in the UK. People can pay with contactless sort of small amounts in Starbucks and other retailers. So why will this take that technology mainstream?
So the UK has really been a forerunner for contactless payments. UK banks have been really good at pushing cards out. So there's now 50 million cards with contactless capability in the UK out. But still, after 2 or 3 years of this, we don't see that much usage. So that's where Apple Pay is really important in terms of pushing out knowledge and awareness through their obviously incredible footprint when it comes to consumer technology.
And why do you think there is a sort of mental block about physically putting your smartphone or another device like the Apple Watch up against a reader versus putting a card against a contactless reader?
I think it's more of a habit thing. I think payments is something that you're just used to. So you'll just by default reach in, you'll take your card, and we've been trained to do this. So we pay for things on average 5 to 10 times a day, and I think it's just a change of behavior more than a mental block.
And obviously this is something that marketers and retailers and brands are watching quite closely because it involves a change in consumer behaviour. So what would your advice be to brands who are looking at this as a sort of emerging technology? My
advice would be to think about payments and customer interaction in store, not as something that happens only at the designated point of sale. The word queue busting has been around for a few years, but what we really need to start thinking about is not queue busting only at lunchtime, but to have people walking around the store. So think of a Burberry store as a great example, where you have people walking around and there's much more of a consultative approach. So I can see that you're looking at that. I have an iPad on me, I have an iPod potentially. We can take a payment here. We don't have to walk over to a desk which separates us in one of these huge computers and become very, very formal about it. Obviously that requires some tech investment from brands and retailers. So how long do you think it'll take before we can, all be whizzing around Burberry style, just being able to sort of tap our phones and sort of take our shopping out the front door? Sort of how easy is that going to be, and how soon will that be? It's a good question. It will take the bigger retailers 2 or 3 years, and they generally have cycles when they exchange all of their hardware. But one of the things that we do, and I'll bring this device up again. This is £79 excluding VAT. So you can any store can use in this bridging period. You can have 5 of these lying around with an iPod or 2. So just briefly describe, just for our watchers, exactly what this device does. We all know the normal chip and pin devices that we have in pubs, etc. What we've done is we've just broken that down. We've made them a lot cheaper. We've removed the printing from it, and all we've really kept is the keypad, the fact that it's certified and regulated, and the ability to do contactless payments, which is how we've brought the price point down. And what we do instead is we pair it with an iPhone or an iPad.